Shit, you wild, boy.
I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. And no message could have been any clearer. If you wanna make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change. Na 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 na. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. And no message could have been any clearer. If you wanna make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change. Na 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 na. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. And no message could have been any clearer. If you wanna make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change. Na 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 na.
Alrighty, mic check 1, 2, 3. We got me and Pepperoni here chilling. Hope you guys are doing great out there in internet earth world, wherever that may be for you. So PacLives out in parts unknown. Don't worry about it. That's where I'm. I used to know a buddy. Man, he was a little guy. Now he's all grown it up. He was a little bit younger than me. I act like he was like a little kid or something. He's only like 5, 6 years younger than me. But he when what was I talking about? I had a buddy, something about my buddy. Anyways, guys, tonight on the show we're gonna go over all the Puff Diddy, the P. Diddy rumors, the facts, and the facts are now nobody has been charged, as in Diddy and any of his cohorts have been charged as of now, which to some people is very disappointing. But if you ask some legal experts, they're saying the charges are being prepared right now as we speak. So I wanted to bring this live stream to see what you guys thought. Let me get a poll going up real quick before we get into this one, and I want to thank all the supporters and the subscribers out there. I love you, ladies and gentlemen, very much. Hope you're having a great night. This is old PacLives doing what I do, which is not a lot yet, but it'll be in a minute. Just give me a second, dude. Just hold on. Give me a second. Okay. Let's go put this poll up. And I'm going to say, do you think Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, we'll just call him his real name. Do you think that guy is guilty or innocent? It's up to you guys. You guys let me know. Give me, hey, what up, Victor? How you doing, buddy? And give me a reason for or against. If you feel strongly enough to vote in the chat or in the poll, then please feel strongly enough to give me an answer, maybe why you do or you don't. Okay. P. Diddy, Puffy, seen is guilty. All right, guys, you let me know in there. Victor, everybody, let me know what you think. America, do you think P. Diddy is guilty? Yes or no, America? And I'm not going to vote. I can't vote in anyways, guys, but let me know what you think. I'll be right back to check the comments. Everyone out there, how you doing, buddy? Victor. But let's get right into this one, guys. It's actually, I was trying to bring some levity. Hope you're having a great night. Trying to, add a little whatever I can to it, but it's very sinister, and I dare say, if you're a lady, scary story, because this stuff where women get kidnapped and forced into stuff is real. We've heard about it. It's very scary, and you guys know that there's a demand for if you've seen anything like that, it's scary. But also, who here has seen that movie Hostel, where these backpackers, they go overseas to Europe or somewhere? They're just like, we're, Jake Paul and Billy Paul, we're just stupid Americans. It's all fun. And it. Actually, one of them had good sense. His mama gave him the good sense. But most of them were. And anyways, long story short, in Hostel, when they capture an American that they're like prized, they get paid like 3 times as much as for anybody else. Because people like to do, well, you'll see if you ever watch the movie, people like to do stuff to them. It made them feel good to do it to an American. Isn't that sad and scary? But anyways, guys, let's move into that. Victor says, doing well. I've never seen Hostel. You never seen Hostel, bro? And then R32D, what's called him R, says, good movie, Hostel. Yeah, it's a great movie. Me and my girlfriend at the time watched it, and she couldn't believe it because we got into a big, long conversation about how, this is back when, people did stuff together. We didn't have the internet to go. I don't know. I don't remember having the internet. But I was telling her about how I had heard all about from friends and other people. You guys know the rumor mill, about how that really happens. A Hostel is based on like actual stuff that people don't talk about. Like that's really a real thing. So all I ever heard, to be honest with you, if you're gonna, be repping a flag. I mean, if you're going through backpacking, why would you even be repping because that's how they got captured. A couple of them, they had like American flags on their backpack. If you were that's what they're saying, if you wanted to survive in the Hostel days, which is now, is if you're going to rep a flag, put a Canadian flag on your backpack, and nobody will know the difference, Good old Canada. You can just pretend you're one of them, and no more terrorizer. Okay. Anyways, Victor says, I seen I Spit on Your Grave. Oh, is that the old one? I think that's a remake, yeah. Last House on the Left, that's a remake. What else? There's a bunch of great ones, Victor. Did you see the new one or the old one, man? Anyways, let's get into that P. Diddley story. And let's say going in caution, a warning, parental advisory. But also, we want to show the utmost respect and sympathy to the victims. So if I do any clowning or any joking around, it's towards the diddler, the puffy diddler. It's not towards any of the sweet, innocent people who had to endure anything. So let's just get that out. Anyways, R3Z, is that a Z? R3Z, I believe that's Rez. Says, I seen that sort of thing on dark web. Oh, yeah, man, it's crazy. I had a buddy who, it's just, I mean, bless your heart, bless everyone's heart. I just don't, you really got to be bored, and really brave, like, to go messing around, in my opinion, with that. Because I've never once, like, there's a kid who was like, hey, I downloaded, the Tor Onion thing. And he was, like, trying to get me and another kid to do, and we're like, no, dude, haven't you seen the internet tales of people? I was bored. And it's like, no, they won't leave me alone. No, sir. Not, but, to each his own. And you got to feel bad for the people who get, tricked. And that's why it's important for the strong to protect the weak, Anyways, Victor says, we do not try and get to know anyone more than a coffee. Never bring them in the house. Really? Victor, where do you live, man? That's sad, bro, but I mean, sometimes you got to be that way depending on where you live, Oh, yeah, Rez, buddy. Anyways, guys, let's get right into that. Well, we know after Diddy's houses were raided, federal authorities raided Diddy's homes 1 week ago. And I believe this is from the other day, so it could be a little over a week now, but excuse me. Legal experts say charges against Diddy are building. And this is via News Nation, you guys. Excuse me. I'm going to get something to drink. Give me a minute here. Not right now, but 1 week after two homes belonging to hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs were raided by federal investigators, law enforcement has released little details as to potential charges the producer could be facing. Department of Homeland Security agents conducted the raids last week at Combs' multi-million-dollar mansion in L.A. and his Miami waterfront home. The raids came as the producer faces a mounting list of civil lawsuits that allege abuse and sexual assault by multiple victims spanning over 30 years. Combs has denied all the allegations. Why was Diddy's houses raided? While federal authorities have given sparse public comment as to what prompted the raids, News Nation affiliate WPIX reported that it was part of an ongoing trafficking investigation. Authorities also reportedly widened their probe to include potential witnesses and intimidation, SA, and firearms violations, according to New York Post report. In a Saturday interview on News Nation Prime, Dana Kennedy of the New York Post said her Homeland Security sources indicate the investigation into Combs is, quote, the tip of the iceberg, unquote, and that nothing is off the table, quote, unquote. What happened during the raids on Diddy's home? Investigators seized firearms and also phones belonging to Combs, though it is unclear how many devices were confiscated, along with heavy presence of officers wearing protective gear and weapons. Command trucks were parked outside both properties during the raids. Combs' sons, Justin and Christian King Combs, were handcuffed during the raid at their father's Los Angeles home. Oh, you know what they do to kings in prison. Hey, what up, pretty Nikki? How you doing? Oh, yeah, yeah. Ooh-wee, ooh-wee. Anyways, guys, let's keep going. What accusations is Diddy facing, and could they be part of the raids? The music producer has been slapped with 5 civil suits in the last 5 months, each containing a multitude of disturbing accusations. Yeah, guys, and if you don't know about the whole Cassie incident accusations, I encourage you to go check that out later. Don't leave me now. I need you now more than ever. But later, go check that out. It's pretty disturbing stuff. And there's a bunch of other ones if you want to check, but the Cassie one was settled, so everyone knows, it just, even if it's not true, it looks like she was completely had him bent over a barrel if they settle that quick. That's just what it looks like. Any legal expert will tell you. So you draw your own conclusion. Anyways, singer Cassandra Ventura, who has been in a decade-long relationship with Diddy in the early 2000s, filed a lawsuit in New York federal court last November alleging trafficking, another kind of trafficking, battery, assault, and gender-motivated violence, among other causes of action. Ventura alleged that she became lured into the event and eventually trapped in a decade-long pattern of abuse involving forced drug use, R-word battery, and forced blank acts with male blank workers. She settled the lawsuit with her former partner one day later, but her suit spawned several more alleged victims to come forward. Alright guys, and that's the end of that story. Let me read some comments. Thank y'all so much for being here. Anyways, yeah, Rez Buddy says, haha, true. Vitra says, always serve the coffee in a paper cup so that they don't end up on your couch. Vitra says, YouTubers are our real friends. Wow, true. You remember that, bro? Yup. Okay. Pretty Nikki says, love that Oklahoma shirt you were wearing. Oh, thank you so much, Pretty Nikki. Yeah, Oklahoma, baby. From Oklahoma to Detroit. Yeah, guys, I had a video idea years ago when I first got in the rap game. It must have been around 2009 or something, 2008. Well, I wasn't in first got, but that's when we first started recording and trying to get a deal and stuff. People rap around the stoops and the corners and stuff. Freestyle battles. So I'm not, you know what I'm saying. But what was I talking about? See, I keep losing my memory tonight, guys. I'm bad about that tonight. Something about a freestyle battle. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Anyways, Victor says, met a guy once. He befriended us, stalked us, watched us from his house, still does. Damn, Vitra. I'm sorry to hear that, man. That's very, disturbing. And it happened, sadly, But I want to give a big shout out to Rez, Vitra, and beautiful, pretty Nikki. Oh, Nikki, you so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Nikki, hey, Nikki, And, yeah, I'm waiting on, I had a girlfriend, guys. And then, she, what do they call that when a sex doll explodes? She, left me. You get it, guys? You get what I did there? You get what There's someone out there for everyone, huh, Pretty Nikki? So I'm not worried about it, I tag mad B words, so but it's just sad because, what's that one song? It's a real good. It's like a poetry kind of. What's that song? It goes, excuse me. There's a song and it goes, I love bad B words. That's my mother effing problem. It's really true because these bad chicks out here, they don't want to settle down. Okay, they don't want to. They'll pretend and tell you, and they'll come live with you for a couple years, and then they're gone, dude. And luckily, I'm nice. I'll raise the babies, What are we talking about? I'm sorry. Anyways, Pretty Nikki says, let's hear a rap. Oh, Pretty Nikki. Okay, there's one that I always do whenever I'm, challenged at freestyle battles and stuff. Because, Pretty Nikki, you have to have something. So, this is what I've been doing since I was young. And so, if it moves past this one, then you're really in a battle. But usually this one impresses people. Well, it used to. I don't know if I can still do it. What was it? Okay. It's a rhyme I had from a few years ago. This is for Pretty Nikki, everyone out there. Okay. All right. Okay. I'll be spitting the ribbon and... Okay, see, I don't remember. It's been so long since I've had to... I'll be spitting the ribbon and chilling and pilling. I'm making a killing. I'm flexing and feeling, respecting your feelings. Rims stay spinning. I'm winning every picture I get in, girl. I'm grinning. They told me not to do it, so I did it. I hit it. I split it. I sparked the flame when I lit it. F the fame, get it? Never let it get to me when I hit trees in Sicily. Talking about what a bitch could be. But you never did for me. So you can eat DIC until you DIE, you know what I mean? Okay, just something like that. Couple bars, Pretty Nikki. Let me try that again. Alright, because I used to run with some guys who they call themselves what were they, the Chop City or something. And then one day someone was like, hey man, the real Chop City is who was the real Chop City? But anyways, they used to like to rap fast, so I had to keep up with them. So that was mine. It was excuse me. Okay, we're going to move on now, but this is for beautiful, Pretty Nikki, everyone out there. I'll be spitting the ribbon and chilling and pilling and making a killing and flexing and feeling, respecting your feelings. Rims stay spinning, I'm winning every picture I get in, girl, I'm grinning. They told me not to do it, so I did it. I hit it, I split it, I sparked the flame when I lit it. Fuck the fame, get it? Never let it get to me when I hit trees in Sicily, talking about what a bitch can be. But you just ain't never did for me. So you can either DIC until you DIE. Yeah, I mean? And it goes on from there, but I just have to keep machine gunning it pretty Nicky, you know, because there was some guys who could spit real fast. So if you wonder why I did that, that's why. Anyways, everyone's like, wow, man, you brought the whole room down. Hey, man, don't judge me, man. I'm kidding. That was for beautiful Nick, pretty Nicky. Anyways, and then Vitra says it's been 7 years now so far since that crazy person. Oh, Vitra, buddy, did Vitra ever tell us where he lives? I mean, I don't, Vitra's like, this guy, he sounds just like, where do you live, Vitra? I'm going to come hang out. No, but I was just wondering if you were in Oklahoma too, because, yeah, I've heard of that, man. There's some people that they just want a friend, but they're so crazy, they're crazy, Vitra, and they start stalking you, and they won't give you no. Oh, man, I know. I actually have a cousin like that, and he, bless his heart, he just can't take a hint for, and you're just like, those kind of people have it rough, because I've seen a lot of people be very rude to this guy. And you have to feel like if he was, more perceptive to be people's, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a gift, isn't it, guys? Empathy, or you can perceive, literally, I can just feel how someone's feeling when they're near me. It's weird. That's why I don't like hanging around too many people, because, like, you guys ever get that? Where you're like a sponge, you can just feel. It's weird. Thank you there, Rez, buddy. That was nice of you to say. And then Victor says, yep, let's hear some rap. Oh, yeah, man. I hope that was okay for you guys. I'll give you some more if you want. Just let me know. At some point, I may have to charge. But seriously, though, thank you, everyone who checked out my music. I just got an email. Feels like forever. But I just got an email saying that I got a royalty check. So that's thanks to you great folks out there. I love you so much. I'm a nothing and no one. I don't want anyone to ever think I'm out here with the big head, or I'm just thinking, I'm just so... I know I'm just a poor kid from Oklahoma, but my grandma Ina, rest in peace, and my mama always told me, just try to be, good at whatever you do, so I'm trying to be the best at hosting a little YouTube show for you guys, so I hope that's okay. Anyways, oh, thank you, Pretty Nikki. Pretty Nikki says, nicely done. Love it. Oh, thank you, Pretty Nikki. You're a sweetheart. That makes me heart emojis. Victor says, I have to make a run to the mailbox so he is not there waiting. Jeez, Victor, I'm so sorry, man. Victor says, do stutter rap. That would be sick. Stutter rap. Yeah, that's maybe what it sounded like, but there was so many of, what do they call those? Syllables, consonants, whatever it is. You just keep firing them, but you got to have a match with the other ones, But see, that's when I just started out, and to me, when I started out, because you added, you do it quick. I actually timed it one time, and it was like what was it, 68 or 98 words, something, 102 words. I spit, and it was like I can do it in under 30 seconds. And this one kid who was like, he liked rap too. I went to secondary school with. I was like, wow, man, isn't that like a record? I looked it up, and it said, like, yeah, no one had even, like, I don't think there's, I don't know. I thought this was years ago. I thought it was, I'd done something, like some kind of, and I just remember the kid walking off and be like, I don't know, walking off, and that just hurt my heart, because that's just how people are, sadly, especially when they see someone they think is, like, better than them somehow. I'm not saying I was, but like that's what it felt like, because he was just like, he didn't support me. He was like hating on me all the time, and that's usually jealousy, But I just thought it was sad, because instead of helping me and this kid, we could have, I could have done my little bit. He could have made one up, done his, and we could have both, tried to be, and he could have been part of something that was really special. You know what I'm saying? And instead of that, instead of being part of something special, he would rather that I fail, and he just walked away and was like, whatever, and it was just, it hurts, because that's how people, seems like I get that's, since I've been a little kid, like I would get on, because I would be like, they'd be like fucking Derek, and he was the biggest kid in the class, and then there'd be me on the other side. I was like the second or third biggest kid in the class, so it'd be me versus Derek, and it would seem like through my whole life, I would, Derek would always get the blue chips, and me, I'd get a couple good ones. You guys know that it don't matter the physical as long as you got heart, but there's just some people that built, you built with all the gifts, and they just don't. They have no care for it. No, it's not. It's not gonna help them. It's not gonna do nothing for them. So they don't give a shit. So there's a whatever, dude. Yeah, you ain't gonna do it, and I'm the. In their head, they're too pussy to tell you to your face, which I would respect. But in their head, they're like, well, you know what? I'm not gonna support you, so you're not gonna do shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's just despicable. It's like, well, at least I know you're too cowardly to say it to my face. That's the one thing, solace I take. But anyways, guys, you don't want to hear me complain. I apologize. I love you. Anyways, Vitra says, yeah, sorry to hear that, Vitra. Pretty Nikki says, no stutter rap, bro. I could understand every word he was saying. Oh, that's great, Pretty Nikki. I was hoping. Yeah, there you go. That's what I was trying to. But let's move on to this next story, guys, and I'm going to show you a video. To be honest with you, it's kind of disturbing, so buckle in. That's why if you didn't see the first 10 or 20, 30 seconds, however long it was a disclaimer. And, yeah, so. Alrighty, moving on. Thank you guys so much again for being here. This next story, Keefe D says P. Diddy hired him to blank Tupac for $1 million. Quote, he said he'll give anything. Tupac Shakur's murderer, Keefe D, alleged he was in the car. We don't know if he was the one who pulled it. Okay. Made claims that stunned everyone regarding the real mastermind behind the blank. Keefe D claimed that hip-hop star P. Diddy planned the whole thing for $1 million. Previously, P. Diddy has rubbished the claims of him being involved. It really blew my mind, guys? Because after it first came out, when Suge Knight wouldn't help at all with the investigation, I had some, maybe just from the South or something, but like just, I'm talking, I knew a guy who was the leader of a gang. And I was like, man, what would you do, because I thought he was going to be on Suge Knight's side and be like, he's right, no sneaky. And the leader of this whatever I knew at the time, years ago, he said, no, dude. He said, if that was my homeboy, you got to go, and because why would you not talk? Because you're scared of the cops. Because they're going to implicate you. What, dude? No, a real G would go in there and be like, yeah, just like, who was that, Yafi Gaddafi fella, I think his name was, rest in peace, who passed away like a month or two after Pac. But he was like, I'll help any way I can. Who do I need to talk to? That's what a real G would do. So I just want you guys to know. That's my opinion. I could be, but anyways. Lately, P. Diddy has been the talk of town as the man who confessed to blanking the American star Tupac Shakur, claimed he was hired by the I'll Be Missing You hitmaker, which that's a remake. So, what did Puffy ever do? He remade I'll Be Missing You. Oh, stop calling him a musical genius, okay? He's like, Bobby Boucher of the rap world, somehow. His mental deficiency brought him to the top of the game somehow. Don't be acting like he's Beethoven. He writes music. You don't even know music. Can't even write it. Oh, it gets me mad. They gave him a lifetime award. What? Oh, they're all probably in it. That's why. Anyways. KVD also said in a clip posted on X, formerly known as Twitter, by user @FamilyPoc. Oh, wow. Cool name. That P. Diddy had even offered him $1 million to blank Tupac. He said, quote, that was stupid as hell. He said he'd give us anything for these guys' head. And he said it in front of all those people. I couldn't believe it when he told me. I said we wanted $1 million, unquote. The American rapper has denied the claims and his involvement in the blanking M-word of the late Tupac Shakur. Rest in peace. We'll be missing you, Tupac. We love you, buddy. Anyways, guys, check out this video of a lot of current videos going around. I had to edit a lot of them, but you let me know what you think. Love you, Pretty Nikki. Love you, Vitra. Rez. R. 3Z, Rez. I'm pretty sure it's Rez or it's R32. My bad, man. Aura. We're going to call him Aura, but not like Aura Kelly, guys. No, that's bad. No. We're going to call him Aura, like Robin, like Batman's sidekick, okay? You learn and think. No. Get your head out of the gutter, everyone. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just funning with you. I love you guys so much, and I hope you're having a great night. Hope everything's, shaping out for you. Check out this compilation. Like I said, put the kitties' heads in beds because this is pretty disturbing. And I can come back with a part 2 if you want. This just got to almost around an hour of clips, so I was just like, you know what? Yeah, if the guys, the fam, everyone wants more, I'll give them more. Let me know. Hit that like and give it a share, all that good stuff. Oh, excuse me. And we'll come back with a part 2. And I can post these videos. I'm planning on posting this one and the Ryan Garcia video. And those are just the videos of the clips of things we showed in live stream on the channel in the future. I love you guys. Check this out. We'll be right back. And like I said, utmost respect and sympathy to anyone who may have fell prey. Because I don't know if we're going to... I'm pretty sure it's none of the... it didn't make it into the compilation we're going to watch. And I don't know if anybody's going to bring it up. But before we move on... there was a little Caucasian girl, and they said she was 13 years old, and there's a video of P. Diddy with like a room full of dudes, and they're talking about adopting her. P. Diddy's talking about adopting her and this and that, and I've seen on TikTok and other places little shorts like, what happened to this girl? What, this is wrong, and all this and that. So that's a rumor going out there. I tried to look up into it. I couldn't find anything on it except, like I told you, the TikTok shorts and other stuff I saw about it. And then there's another rumor that I think it was the California mansion, one of the mansions, there was a secret room, dungeon type room found in it. And I went to look at that, and I could not find anything, trustworthy or substantial on that to bring you guys. So if you guys heard anything or seen anything about that, you want to comment, Rez, Pretty Nikki, Vitra, anyone out there, please let me know. Before we get into this video, I want to thank all the supporters. Like I said, thank you so much to Nikki West, Tavia Medland, Anonymous Friend, Tracy Cordova, Sonia Mabea, Sherry B, Lee on Patreon. Love you, Lee. Jordy's Graveyard. Who else? Save Soul. So many great folks, and I don't want to miss anyone. And if I do, you please let me know, guys. There's so many great people out there. And usually they're so great they don't even care if I missed their name or not. But I care. So if I missed you, let me know. Anyways, and then Rez says, haha, Rez is good. Okay, man, cool name, man. I like that. Yeah, one of my favorite YouTubers is the guy named Rez. You ever heard of that guy? Makes some cool games. I just put his videos on. The whole playlist plays all day in my living room, and I'll just watch it. I'll do stuff while I watch it. Anyways, guys, without further ado, check this video out. Let me know what you think. I love you. We'll be right back in a few minutes.
They're going to try to get arrested me just because we want to have a good time.
Multiple safes broken into, drawers ripped open, closets ransacked, boxes of gun ammo, and Grammy Awards. New images from TMZ show inside Diddy's ransacked Beverly Hills mansion during the coast-to-coast raids where no arrests were made.
People in the home are traditionally detained during raids, so they don't flee, and so they don't destroy evidence.
The rapper's attorney calls it a witch hunt with an excessive show of force and hostility that led to a premature rush to judgment, adding Diddy will continue to fight every single day to clear his name.
They don't execute these types of search warrants until
They're going to try to get arrested me just because we want to have a good time.
Multiple safes broken into, drawers ripped open, closets ransacked, boxes of gun ammo, and Grammy Awards. New images from TMZ show inside Diddy's ransacked Beverly Hills mansion during the coast-to-coast raids where no arrests were made.
people in the home are traditionally detained during raids, so they don't flee, and so they don't destroy evidence.
The The rapper's attorney calls it a witch hunt with an excessive show of force and hostility that led to a premature rush to judgment, adding Diddy will continue to fight every single day to clear his name.
They don't execute these types of search warrants until they believe they have an ironclad case.
So, where's the 54-year-old now? Unclear, but his jet that traveled to Antigua from LA on Monday just landed in Miami today. That's where Diddy was last seen, reportedly bound for a Caribbean spring vacation with his two daughters. Also with him, an associate, Brendan Paul, who was arrested for alleged drug possession. He's been accused in a lawsuit of being a, quote, drug mule for Diddy, but hasn't commented. At least 5 lawsuits have been filed, nearly all by those claiming Diddy drugged and forced them into having sex. Longtime enemy, Diddy said, posted that his upcoming docuseries on the allegations is now titled Diddy Do It.
What we doing, we can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream.
I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year. So I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you
I
seeing?
went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. As the sex trafficking investigation continues, interviews with Diddy's star proteges are going viral, including Usher, who said as a teen, the rapper introduced him to a hypersexual environment he called Puppy Flavor Camp.
You know, hot girls, pretty girls. I'm around grown women, and I'm seeing them do things and have experiences that I'm not quite ready for.
Would you ever send your kid to puffy camp?
Hell no.
Let's just look at some parents. Man, that's what I'm talking about.
As I said before, I'm innocent.
Diddy talked to E.T. about his prior trouble with the law, including that infamous 1999 nightclub shooting. At the time, he and then-girlfriend J-Lo were both arrested.
I wish I would have stayed at home.
J-Lo wasn't charged, and Diddy was ultimately acquitted, but what can we expect if he's charged and tried in his new federal probe?
Diddy has essentially unlimited funds to defend this case, and I expect him to litigate it very aggressively. Ultimately, I think Diddy is going to be indicted by a grand jury. If Diddy waives his right to a speedy trial, he could potentially push the case out a year or more.
I can't be in this position again. I gotta try my best to do anything not to be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
And we are learning more about the sex trafficking raids on mansions belonging to Sean Diddy Combs. LA Times reports that agents seized hard drives and electronics. And what else? Derek Parker is a retired NYPD detective. He worked in the department's rap intelligence unit. Nice to see you. Good morning to you. Good morning. Thanks for being here. So the reason why we know about this is because at least 4 civil suits have been filed against him. And in those suits, what were the allegations they were making?
Sex trafficking, gun possession, and narcotics.
Okay, and so the police made a move this week. And if you look at some of these aerials, Derek, they went in with a ton of firepower. Why was all that necessary?
Well, once they had information that there were probably weapons in the house and the drugs, they had to be careful. So they mounted a team of just like their SWAT team to go in and to take care of that safely.
Here's from the LA Times saying that inside the Sean Diddy Combs raid, emptied safes, dismantled electronics, gun-toting feds. Sources said it appears investigators searching Combs' Holmby Hills home emptied safes, dismantled electronics, and left papers strewn in some rooms. Federal agents disabled his security system and seized the hard drive. That's a source according to the Times. So on the hard drive, that's where I assume they believed they needed it for evidence?
Well, the feds had a warrant to go in, and when they search these locations, their judge signs off on the warrant. They go in and they search everything in the house, from floors to cabinets to safes. They're all specified in the warrant.
Okay, so I mentioned the lawsuits, right? Just put those up here. This goes back to November of last year, right? Cassie, former girlfriend,
Yes.
files these suits. The next month you have Jane Doe, not public, right? So then you get a suit in February, another suit in March. If they go forward with this trial, where the raids happen in LA and the raids happen in Miami, the trial comes in New York.
At the MTV VMAs, released an R&B album that received a Grammy nomination and was a suitor to buy the BET network. But several lawsuits filed late last year raised allegations of sexual assault and against Combs, one of hip-hop's most recognizable names as a performer and producer.
The music mogul's homes in Los Angeles and Miami were searched Monday by federal agents with Homeland Security investigators and other law enforcement. Officials saying the searches were connected to an investigation by federal authorities in New York City. Joining us live this morning to further explain is Fox 5 New York's Lisa Evers. And Lisa, it's been quite a week with Diddy headlines. How are you separating the news from social media, tsunamis, to gossip?
I think that's what we need to do first and foremost, because we have to separate these two periods before these raids on his homes in Los Angeles and Miami that happened last Monday, and from what we're hearing and seeing on social media, all the social media platforms, people seem to be coming out of the woodwork. Now, up until pre-Monday, the raids, he had 5 civil lawsuits filed against him. These are civil lawsuits. And it's important to keep in mind that even as of today, there are no criminal charges that we know of that are on public record against Sean Diddy Combs. Has he beaten cases in the past, like the 1999 gun case, which involved J-Lo at the time? Yes, but he has never been convicted of a crime. So that's important to keep in mind, because I think when you look at the volume, just the sheer volume of accusations, it's a backup dancer. It's somebody who was in the club. It's people the gentleman who was his music producer over the past year, Rodney Jones, known as Little Rod. There are all these allegations, and I think a lot of people, particularly in the hip-hop community, up until that raid happened on Monday, they were basically saying, okay, well, these are civil cases. A lot of things can happen. People are seeking huge numbers, 7-figure settlements to settle these lawsuits. Maybe it's more about money. Maybe things got exaggerated to get a bigger award, that type of thing. However, what last Monday was basically a change, changed the whole game and took it into a very serious level, a federal law enforcement level. And not only did we have the raids that we saw in Los Angeles and Miami, but we also had Homeland Security and the Southern District of New York, which is the federal district that covers Manhattan and handles the federal court cases. It is known as one of the toughest jurisdictions in the United States, and the most seasoned prosecutors. It's the district that many of them aspire to work at because it has such a reputation. So they basically said, this is under an investigation from our office. So it's an investigation that started out of New York, but they were going through the Los Angeles home, going through the Miami home, and so far, from what we know, again, officially on the record, not from what people are saying or what people are saying on blogs, blog posts, or the different social media platforms, is that no, he hasn't been charged. There was a man that was charged in Miami this week who was the alleged drug mule for him. That's what they're calling him. But as of now, there are no criminal charges filed against him.
I had my own week, but like everybody was passed out. Yo, Diddy had that man in the room. Look, yes, I put my ear to the door and I brought the phone because Diddy started going in overdrive. I ain't know what the was going on, but I just heard balls slapping against ass cheeks. I heard struggling to take. I heard being like, yeah, daddy, when he started all that daddy this and daddy that, and then I heard some hollering and struggling like, yeah, I kept the phone there and I recorded all this shit.
So there's been this huge buzz on the internet about leaked audio between Diddy and Meek Mill. And let me tell you, it's been shocking everyone. The audio captures some explicit and disturbing sounds between these two big names in the hip-hop world. But here's the thing, this leaked audio could have some serious legal consequences, especially for Diddy. The content of the audio suggests some potential wrongdoing and raises concerns about consent and exploitation. So, without any further ado, let's get right into this whole new scandal. Well, leading up to the leaked audio, there were a lot of rumors and speculation about what was going on between Diddy and Meek Mill. Both of them had denied anything was going on, but people in the industry were saying otherwise. These rumors got people really curious. Then, the bomb dropped some audio leaked online that supposedly had Diddy and Meek Mill talking inappropriately. It was pretty shocking stuff, with descriptions of some messed up things happening between them. And hearing Meek Mill sounding distressed in the audio made it even more serious. People couldn't help but be hooked on the audio because because it gave a glimpse into a world that's usually hidden from the public. The leaked conversations showed how power works in the industry and got people talking about consent and exploitation. As everyone tried to figure out where the audio came from and why it was leaked, there was a lot of speculation about who was behind it and what they wanted. And legal experts started talking about the possible legal consequences for Diddy and Meek Mill. The leaked audio is a wake-up call showing the dark side of fame and celebrity culture. It made people confront uncomfortable truths about power and influence of Diddy in the music industry. After the leak, everyone was still focused on the drama. People wanted to know exactly what happened and what it meant for Diddy and Meek Mill. The fallout from the leaked audio was huge, affecting their reputations and starting conversations about accountability in the entertainment world. As we find out what happened after the leaked audio, we'll look at how it affected Diddy, Meek Mill, and the entire Hollywood. But first, we need to recognize how important this moment is and the questions it raises about power, consent, and exploitation of individuals like.
In just 2 weeks, I lost 36 pounds. I have more energy, better mood. I feel attractive again.
Like Meek Mill.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you.
So, after that audio got leaked, it's clear that things are pretty intense and have a big impact. It's not just confirming what we already kind of knew about Diddy and Meek Mill's relationship, but it's also showing us some messed up stuff happening behind the scenes in the industry. Now, when you listen to the audio, you're hit with some pretty messed up stuff. You can practically feel Meek Mill's alleged distress through his voice, like he's really uncomfortable and in pain. And then there's Diddy, whose actions in the audio make you wonder about consent and exploitation. I mean, this leaked audio is some serious evidence that something shady might have gone down. Also, the lawsuit against Diddy involves other individuals, such as his sons Justin and Christian Combs, Young Miami, Usher, and Meek Mill, which adds more complexity to the story. Rodney Jones, the music producer who filed the lawsuit, has implicated these prominent figures in the industry. These new findings show how everything in the entertainment world is connected and bring up worries about bigger problems with power and influence. The leaked audio doesn't just affect the people mentioned, it's starting discussions about how the industry as a whole needs to be more accountable and responsible. A fan tweeted, "That legit sounded non-consensual. I pray Meek Mill presses charges. No person should be violated like that."
Hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you saying?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
After the leaked audio dropped, social media went crazy with all sorts of opinions and reactions. People were quick to respond, and boy, were they fired up. Users from all over the place took to different platforms to express their shock, anger, and utter disbelief at what they heard. Hashtags about Diddy and Meek Mill blew up globally, as everyone had something to say about this scandal. Meek Mill and Diddy's fans had their backs, but haters jumped in to bash them. People left comments showing support or demanding they take responsibility. Some fans couldn't believe it and felt let down, while others doubted if the leaked audio was even real. Popular stars linked to Diddy also shared their thoughts, with some showing support for Meek Mill and Diddy, while others criticized Diddy's actions. The responses were all over the place, showing the different opinions within the industry. So, Meek Mill went on Twitter to defend himself from the accusations. He posted a bunch of tweets saying he didn't do anything wrong and called out his haters for trying to ruin his name. But instead of shutting them up, his response just made more people mad and doubting if he was being genuine. People quickly and harshly criticized Meek Mill, saying he was trying to manipulate his fans and avoid taking responsibility. Some brought up his past actions as proof of a troubling pattern, while others demanded that he own up to what he did. Meanwhile, Diddy didn't say much on social media and didn't address the allegations publicly. This just made people wonder more and made the scandal even more intense. As the drama on social media continued, everyone couldn't stop talking about the leaked audio. People were deep in discussions about power, consent, and exploitation, dissecting every detail.
Meanwhile, a clip of Nicki Minaj resurfaced where she seemingly hints at Meek allegedly being on the DL.
Do you think it's a lot of undercover brothers in the industry?
You don't know about that.
Because I do.
Now that the dust is starting to settle after the leaked audio, everyone is wondering what will happen to those involved. Meek Mill could face some serious consequences for his career and reputation in the industry. The scandalous allegations of his involvement with Diddy have caused a lot of backlash, and people are questioning if he can bounce back from this hit to his old self. A user commented saying, "Diddy, worse than R. Kelly." Another one added, "He let his kids get arrested and go through the jail experience shows what kind of man he is." On top of all the hate on social media, Meek Mill's career might take a hit because of this scandal. Labels and big shots in the industry might think twice about collaborating with him, worried about being linked to the drama. Concert organizers and sponsors might also keep their distance, worried about the bad press that comes with his name. Meanwhile, Diddy is dealing.
I've got to share this. Are you paying around $140 or more per month for card?
Dealing with his own legal issues after the leaked audio. There are rumors going around about him avoiding authorities, possibly hiding out in the Caribbean to stay out of trouble. Experts are predicting serious legal consequences for Diddy, including charges like sexual misconduct and conspiracy. The scandal involving Meek Mill and Diddy has caused a ripple effect, impacting other people named in the lawsuit filed by music producer Rodney Jones. The lawsuit also includes other people raising concerns about their involvement in the alleged misconduct and legal consequences. As they keep investigating about the scandal, we're still not sure how it will affect Meek Mill as a whole. The aftermath of the leaked audio is a harsh wake-up call to the shady side of celebrity culture, where manipulation and power plays can run rampant. It's a clear reminder of why accountability and honesty are crucial in an industry where there are people like Diddy.
He says things, he doesn't even know what he's saying is like fruity. He says something fabulous and he goes, no, but me and you, we ain't party. Like, we need to party. When people say that to me, I get a little uncomfortable. Like, when you see Jadakiss put his head down, like, while we stuck here right now, and the cameras is rolling, everybody see, don't make like it's just me, man. What if he do some like, a little fluffy stuff?
Now you guys,
like he said something to me one time, a long time ago. He told me he'd take me shopping. I looked at him like, what you just say? Let me move, man, before I do something. You gonna make me mess up the way. Let me get out of no, take me dancing. Did what the guy says to a girl.
So, the leaked audio of Diddy and Meek Mill has caused quite a stir in the world. It's got people talking and raising some serious questions about power and exploitation. We've looked into how it all went down, talked about the accusations, and discussed what it means for both Meek Mill and Diddy. But this whole situation is bigger than just them. And we want to hear from you. What do you guys think about this whole scandal? Can Meek Mill bounce back? Or will Diddy's legal troubles bring more problems to him?
They hating on you this morning? Good. Because if they hating on you this morning, that lets you know that confirms everything you've ever accomplished. You get it without them. You don't need them. And if you don't need them, they ain't got to give you nothing. Tell them go get under somebody who's needy. What type of evidence do you need to present to the magistrate?
magistrate in order to get a search warrant to get someone's home or someone's phone, or what type of evidence would they need to present to a magistrate?
You have to have verified evidence that is more than just on the state level, which what we considered as a ham sandwich. Is anybody can make a ham sandwich. That's how easy it is to get a warrant to go and search a residence. So in this particular matter, all they had to present was, hey, we have X, Y, and Z. We need to go and search this residence because this may hold key evidence that we need to use in order to build a case. We have these sufficient facts. We have this track record that we need to verify based off of this particular evidence that we think that is located. Now, they cannot just say, oh, we have this mountain of different evidence we need. It has to be specific. They have to be specific in what evidence that they're looking for at this particular residence. So they cannot go on a witch hunt. So it has to be very specific.
Now, they could have, the FBI could have been the one fully to execute the warrant, but it was Homeland Security. Can you explain the difference between Homeland Security and just the FBI itself?
Oh, Homeland Security is, they are the individuals, when there are terrorist individuals within this country, they're the ones that take on that investigation. And recently I had Homeland Security contact me about a client who sold a business to what they consider terrorists. So they investigate very high security level cases that are a threat to the country.
There's a complete and utter takedown of P. Diddy and his 3 right-hand men, okay? 3. So there's going to be a takedown that comes in with that, and he's going to try to step away.
Listen, man, if it's one thing that I've learned from Diddy and this whole situation is that people don't love you. They love what you represent. They love what you can provide. They love their interests. If you benefit that, but they don't give a fuck about you, because the minute you fall, they with the quiet. One minute you could be the biggest thing in the world, and the next minute you could be the butt of everybody's jokes. People that said they love you, people that was with you, just understand that. Just understand that tomorrow they won't fuck with you. Today you could be the man, you could be at the top, and tomorrow everybody will turn against you. So don't live for the praises, don't live for the claps, don't live for the awards and rewards, live for you. Go to sleep every night knowing that you can sleep good because your moral compass is good because you live for you. Because all the rest of that shit is superficial and it's fleeting. Your best friend will be your enemy tomorrow. The person who loved you will try to kill you tomorrow. Just understand that. In this life, there's no permanent friends and lovers or anything. It's only permanent interests. If your interests don't align with somebody else's, if you don't benefit them no more, they don't give a fuck. Once they start praising you and they start clapping for you and shit get dim, it's only you. It's only you, King. Pay attention. The minister said, don't laugh, learn.
It all started, we was in Atlanta. And this story starts when I'm with Puff and he's in the exotic bookstores and he's doing shopping. Right, he's shopping, getting his stuff and everything like that. So, this is the first time I was ever in an exotic bookstore with Puff. So, I'm giving him his space. He's taking things off the shelves and stuff like that because they gave him a brown paper bag. When they gave him a brown paper bag, he was just putting stuff in there. So I said, damn, he got to go put it on the counter and, show everybody what he's getting. So as he's going, I'm just looking at the places where he's picking stuff from. So there's one point he picked up some things from up here on my left side. And then he picked like quite a few of them down. I'm like, okay. He put them in the bag. So when I went by there and I looked up there and it said butt plugs. And I was like, hey, yo. I was messing with him. Because people don't understand, we was like friends. He was a part of the same gang. So I'm still going to tease him. I'm still going to mess with him and everything like that. I could do that. It wasn't just no security thing. So I said, yo, what are you getting this for? And it said butt plugs. And he was like, yo, can I do my shopping by myself? I said, yeah, you could do it by yourself, brother. And he started walking and everything like that. When he got, I just waited at the counter. When he got to the counter, he didn't even have to show the guy nothing. He just gave the guy a wad of money. I mean, like he gave the guy a stack, something like this. And Puff wasn't the dude that carried no 20s and no 50s and nothing like that. And I mean, like he just said, boom, and we walked out the store. So we had to leave Atlanta and go to North Carolina for a show. You understand? And it was him, this rapper, Sarah, and this other girl. We all got on a G5 jet, and we flew to G4 jet, and we flew to North Carolina. So later on that, I think that afternoon, same day, this rapper and him, they all in the room together. You know, it's Sarah, the girl, Puff, and this dude, this rapper. So I'm here at the door and stuff like that, like, yeah, so then next thing you know, somebody rang the doorbell. We had the presidential suite where we was at. So I opened the door, and the dude said, yo, I'm here for my cousin. I said, who your cousin? And he said, Ja Rule. I said, well, he busy right now. He said, he busy doing what? I said, he with Puff. They're in the room, they busy, they don't want to be bothered. He said, well, I'm going in there. I said, bruh, you ain't going in there because he told me they don't want nobody to be bothering him. He was like, yo, I don't care, man. I'm going in there. That booth like that. I said, yo, bruh, Jesus Christ had to come down here and take the air out of my body before you get in that room right there. Watch. He tried to bum rush me. I grabbed his and threw him against the piano. When I threw him into the piano, Puff and Ja Rule runs out the room. Puff got his towel, Ja grabbing his towel, but they butt the naked. And so then Ja was like, yo, what's going on? Yo, Jay, that's my cousin. He know me well. You know, and Puff was like, yo, Jay, what happened? I said, he tried to get in the room. I told him he couldn't get in the room. He was like, Puff looked at Ja. He said, yo, Ja said, you ain't want to go in that room. There's a lot of freaking going on. So I was like, oh, he said there was a lot of freaking going on. So that was basically that story, man. You know what I'm saying? They went back in the room. Dude felt a certain kind of way, and he left out. So I seen them at the concert the next day, and they tried to, you know, form up against me. But my man Frank was like, I told my man Frank, I was like, yo, Frank, put yourself in that position. Somebody trying to get in the room, and Ja told you don't let nobody get in the room. What would you do? Now, y'all can do whatever y'all want to do, man, but you know I ain't taking no losses. He said, yo, you good, and that was it. Bro, when Ja said, you don't want to come up in there, a lot of freaky stuff is going on. You got to use your mind. What they was doing with those butt plugs. That was crazy. It was real wild.
Listen to my man. Here we go. This is my man Boosie talk about Diddy and Cassie. Here we go.
With Cassie, it's either she was traumatized by what she been through.
Mm-hmm.
Either she was traumatized, she was sick and hurt, or she loved every minute of it.
Or both.
You know, it's either or. No, it ain't both. It's either or. It's either or, because if you said he done what all he did, allegedly did, then you traumatized. I mean, in one way. But it also can be a way. I've known women who, I had a woman tell me, I want you to come look for me and find me and grab me out the club by my, and dress her.
Oh, like a role play kind of thing?
No. I mean, I'm saying that to say, she could have loved every minute of it, because if somebody making you fuck a bigger dick, a better dick.
Yeah, that was a weird one. I wasn't ready for that one.
Listen.
Okay.
Are you getting better sex while your man getting off? Then you say after you do this, he buy you gifts.
Yeah.
Then you say when you try to leave, he come and get you and send people to get you. Some women love it out the club.
Oh, like a rope?
I'm gonna call. Well, I'm gonna agree with Vlad on this. I'm not saying these sexual experiences she wasn't maybe orgasming, that she didn't maybe like them at moments because she's a human too. But to pretend that she was loving it would be a far stretch. Clearly, these things wasn't happening to her by being volunteering. She was actually being volunteered for most of these things, and even if obviously sex, maybe some of the free call shit she was like, oh, that wasn't that bad. It doesn't change the fact that she's an abuse victim, and it doesn't change the fact that she, by and large, in part, she don't like that shit, man. Like, come on.
Told me he should have saw this coming with Cassie and the way he treated women when he slapped his mother. And I was like, he did what?
Oh, I dare this nigga talking about he want receipts. Let's start with your mother. Your mother got the receipts, nigga. Thing is in your mother's name. That's the one who got the receipt.
Gene Deal has shared some revealing information about Diddy and his mother, Janice. He disclosed that Diddy had been physically aggressive towards his mother in the past. Rumors have circulated suggesting that Janice might have been involved in dubious activities, potentially exploiting young women. A re-emerged video featuring Diddy's former artist, Mace, implies that Janice might possess evidence incriminating Diddy.
This is the part of why he do the things that he do to women, bro. Because if you do that type of thing to your mother, I heard him curse his mother.
This raises questions about the nature of their relationship and its potential influence on Diddy's behavior. Diddy has faced serious allegations over the years, including assault, exploitation, and trafficking. Many are trying to understand the origins of Diddy's actions, speculating whether his upbringing or inherent nature is responsible. Some suggest that Janice's intense ambition for Diddy to succeed might have influenced her tolerance of his aggressive behavior. Diddy's early life was marked by tragedy, with his father, Melvin, being killed when Diddy was just 2 years old. Janice, a former model turned teacher's assistant, was deeply devoted to Diddy, often overshadowing her relationship with her daughter, Keisha. Despite their close bond, recent revelations have raised concerns about the values and lessons Diddy might have learned from Janice. The claims about Janice's involvement in organizing events potentially exploiting young women have added another layer of complexity to the situation. These allegations, if true, further raise questions about the influence Janice might have had on Diddy's treatment of women. Recent legal challenges against Diddy have intensified these concerns, especially considering he has 4 daughters. In summary, the information shared by Gene Deal has sparked discussions about the dynamics between Diddy and Janice and their potential impact on Diddy's behavior. The allegations against Diddy and Janice have led to widespread speculation about the origins of Diddy's actions and the nature of their relationship. When Diddy was merely 2 years old, his father Melvin was fatally shot while inside his car on Central Park West. The case remains unsolved, but there are theories suggesting Melvin might have been targeted due to his alleged role as a police informant. Meanwhile, Janice Combs showered her affection on Diddy, seemingly more than on her daughter, Keisha. Diddy has always publicly acknowledged his close bond with his mother, expressing gratitude for her guidance in his speeches. Yet, given the serious accusations against Diddy, many are left wondering about the values and teachings Janice imparted to him. Rumors suggest that some of Diddy's controversial behaviors may have been influenced by Janice. Contrary to claims about her modeling career, there's scant evidence to support it. Instead, whispers suggest that Janice might have been involved in organizing events that purported to be fashion shows, but were possibly fronts for connecting young women with questionable individuals. There are even unverified reports suggesting that a serious incident involving a minor at one of these events led to its shutdown, although Janice was not formally charged. If these rumors hold any truth, it raises questions about the environment in which Diddy was raised and its potential impact on his treatment of women. The controversies surrounding Diddy have further escalated with allegations from Cassie about coercive behavior and subsequent legal challenges involving a minor. The fact that Diddy is a father to 4 daughters adds another layer of concern to these allegations. In fact, the twin daughters he shares with the late Kim Porter Delilah Starr and Jess James just turned 17 earlier this month. So with all these allegations about Diddy and his mother Janice, trafficking young women are true. It really makes you wonder what kind of influence they have on the girls in the family. Delilah and Jess have already received backlash for sharing inappropriate photos on Instagram, despite being just 7, and when they recently shared these photos from a vacation. A lot of fans jumped to the comments to say this is not okay. These pictures are too grown and not age appropriate. One fan commented, "Their daddy got them around city girls, and this is the problem." And another person wrote, "The industry children have to be sold out to there or not exempt. This is sad." Kim is rolling in her grave because she kept them age appropriate. The father allows the industry to over-sexualize his daughter's sad. And this wasn't even the first time Diddy's twins were called out over revealing outfits for their 16th birthday party. They were matching sets that looked completely inappropriate, with some fans even comparing. It's a Playboy bunny outfit now going back to the twins, Grandma Janice. She allegedly encouraged Diddy to do whatever it took to climb the ladder, even if it meant getting down on his knees for his mentor, Clive Davis. Janice was allegedly involved in Diddy's climb to the top from the start, and when Diddy started showing signs of anger issues and disturbing personality traits, not only did Janice refuse to get him help, but word on the street is that she encouraged him to be ruthless and step on others. What's even more bizarre is that Janice didn't even do anything when Diddy turned her anger on her, and Diddy's bodyguard, Gene Deal, recently revealed that Diddy used to slap Janice.
He told me he should have saw this coming with Cassie and the way he treated women when he slapped his mother. One thing I give Shug credit for, and I can even tell he don't really want to. He hates Puffy and Snoop. If it was Snoop, he might be in trouble. But he don't have that much hate for Puff. He don't have that much hate for Puff. He just knew. We always knew. I've been telling y'all. That whole Bad Boy count was some weird gay motherfuckers. Y'all just didn't want to listen and believe it. Y'all listen to Biggie lyrics. Biggie been telling y'all how he been in his lyrics. I showed y'all a picture with him and a little 13-year-old girl sitting on his lap smoking marijuana, talking about they used to have to wipe their feet on Death Row t-shirts or something like that before they walked in a house and stuff like that. Y'all got Lil C's and our girl Lil Kim talking about how they used to do the butterfly dance, how they used to get naked in front of each other and be dancing and shit. Birds of a feather flock together, right? Ain't that the term my grandma used to use? And so, I've been telling y'all, so Suge know that they weird and weirdos, so he ain't gonna beat up on them too much. That's your float, that's what floats your boat, that's how it goes.
Gene Deal, we got to get right into it, man. And Diddy, his house got raided. How you feel about that?
Well, I think that the authorities came up with enough evidence to go into a judge by using the civil cases that has came upon him. So, because they used the civil cases and found that there was some criminal activity that may have been found at some one of those people who, like Cassie, Jonathan Odie didn't have a civil case against him, but Cassie, Jonathan Odie, and Lil Rob, they used the evidence that they had or the statements they made and convinced the judge that there was enough probable cause to go in there with a search warrant. But the way they did the search warrant and how they did it, man, I thought he was El Chapo or somebody. You know, they took a tactical team in there, brother. They had tactical units. You understand? And it was for allegedly a sex crime. But they took, my man, did you see the artillery and the way the Homeland Security came in there, my man, you would have swore, it was going to be some gun violence up in there, how they came to it. So my feeling of it is that enough statements have been made that they could probably prove. They did enough investigation. See, people think that when the federal government go in there on you, the reason they got a 99% conviction rate because most people say they got me. They don't go to court with them. So for them to have a team in New York, because they didn't really mention too much about New York. They had property in New York, property in Miami, and a property in LA, all simultaneously hit. Those different agencies had to get together, plan that, and that's not no bull. That's a lot of manpower, a lot of money. So they want to know how they spent the taxpayers. The taxpayers going to know why you spending my money on this to come up with nothing. So you best believe they had something in the first place to go up in there, either through, like I said before, wiretaps. You understand? Because if they convinced the judge that they need a warrant, they had wiretaps, surveillance, and different things that was going on. And then, it's a lot of crazy statements that have been made. And you got to look at that interview that Jonathan Odie did, bruh. You know what I'm saying? That was probably more damaging than Cassie. And that was more damaging than Cassie. Because check this out. He said Diddy was transporting liquid cocaine on his private jets. Now, the DEA wasn't involved in this. It was the FBI and the Homeland Security, basically. That's because of the sex trafficking thing. But if they find any of that stuff in any one of his houses, there's a problem. Even if they find illegal guns, the constitutional right goes the right to bear arms, but he had to have licenses for that shit.
I've got to share this. Are you paying around $140 or more per month for car?
So if anybody got illegal guns up in there, if they find any kind of drugs to a high amount, cocaine and weed, I don't think Diddy gonna get charged because what he did, he put everything in his kid's name and his company.
Did you see the video of his kids in handcuffs?
Yeah, that's a tactical thing. The kids being in handcuffs is a tactical thing that law enforcement use, you understand, hoping that people who've never been in handcuffs before, that it either scares them or want to make them talk. There's no reason after they searched those kids, because they didn't have a search warrant for bodies. They had a search warrant for materials, laptops, telephones, logs, pictures, tapes. That's what they search warrant is for. They didn't have a search warrant for bodies. So those kids, when they came out, they should have searched them. And then, listen, y'all sit down right there. That was a tactical move to get them to talk and to scare them into saying something, by keeping them handcuffed like that. They didn't have to do those kids like that.
What's up, everybody? How you doing? Let me recite an old poem I heard one time. 21 guns salute, dressed in fatigues, black jeans and suits. Disappeared in the crowd, all you seen was troops. This little named Nas thinks he live like me. Talking about he left the hospital, took 5 like me. You live in fantasies, I reject your deposit. We shook Dre's punk ass, now we out of the closet. Rest in peace. Anyways, guys, I've been patiently waiting patiently waiting to blow. Welcome to the Ammo Show. First off, much love to Richard Hamilton. What up, Rip? How you doing, buddy? Shout out to Rez Dog. That's my Rez Dog. Yeah, guys, they don't have reservations in Oklahoma, so don't let that show, Rez Dogs, fool you. No, do they have? I don't think they have. Nah, I'm pretty sure they don't. I think they have them in other states, but not in Oklahoma. Yeah, so little piece of fun fiction. Anyway, shout out to Richard Hamilton, Rez, beautiful, pretty Nikki, beautiful, pretty Nikki. Double entendre, anyone? Okay. Pretty Nikki. Vitra, of course. Tavia Medlin. Who else came in and said hi to us, guys? Thank you guys so much. My chair's squeaky. If you're wondering, there's haters out here. They're out coming here. They're trolling me, Rip. Rez. They're like, hey, what's that? Did you just, No, dude. My chair's squeaky, okay? You watch your mouth. That's what I want to say to them, but I don't say it to them. Anyways, guys, it's a long time coming. If you believe and listen to that one guy, Keefy D, he'll tell you how scared Puffy was of Tupac, Suge Knight, and Death Row. And, right when it happened, that there was the two main beliefs, two different camps, basically, of people who thought Suge Knight was behind it and people who thought Puff Daddy was behind it. And I think I was mentioning something earlier about a profound experience I had, but I was just going to ask anybody if they had heard that. I forget what track it was, but it was some Eminem song. And like I said, people used to think it was Suge, people used to think it was Puffy, whoever, And then Keefy D started talking, and we're pretty sure it was him. And his, but there was a song by Eminem, and at the end of it, at the end of the verse, Eminem says, he says something like, Puffy, we all know you were behind the assassination of Tupac, or something like that. And then he starts laughing, and then he says, I'm just playing, Puffy, or something like that. But if anybody's seen that, definitely share a link. I forget what song that is. It was recent. But it blew my mind because, there had been rumblings of that, of course, since Tupac was assassinated that night. That it was a hit by whoever, set by whoever. And then for a guy who's been gangbanging his whole life to actually say he was paid $1 million to do it, but he just never got paid. It's just very crazy, man. And, it's makes you think, how come people like Tupac Shakur didn't get to live and grow old and make billions of dollars and affect change and stuff, And if you go look at Tupac, he died when he was barely 25 years old. He affected more change than P. Diddy ever will and ever has. Like I said, all P. Diddy's ever done was remake I'll Be Missing You by Sting, which is a really great song. Every breath you take. Dun 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 dun. Every step you make. Every single day. Every time you pray. I'll be watching you. Who doesn't love that song? That's like one of the greatest songs ever. P. Diddy's like, how can I exploit Biggie's death? Hey, I'll remake. It's pretty disgusting if you sit around and think about it, because people who know Biggie, they'll tell you. And Biggie's own mom said it recently, I think, on somewhere. Biggie didn't like Puffy. They weren't that great of friends. It was all just for show, Very sad. But I want to thank everyone for being here tonight. You guys let me know. Sound off in the comments. And I try to read the comments daily. I don't get to a lot of them. There was one comment by Miles Moonbases. Shout out to Miles. And he said, what up, Pac, or something like that. And I went in and I tried to like it and reply to it. Excuse me. But for some reason on my laptop, sometimes it doesn't let me, Miles. And I actually had that problem a long time ago. There was a lady, she wrote a big paragraph and I read it, and I was trying to reply to it. It would not let me reply on the laptop for some reason. Every time I hit enter, it just like acted like nothing happened. It's a weird technical glitch. I don't understand. It never happens on my desktop computer, so that's why you'll catch me on my desktop checking comments, not on my laptop usually. But I don't like stuff. But who knows why that happens? And but I just want to let you guys know, it's all love, and I'll try to go live as much as I can. I was actually just sitting here not doing nothing, thinking maybe if anybody wanted, we could go play a video game or something one of these times. Let me know, guys. I don't know. I might not go. I was fixing to say I'm about to, go play Call of Duty or something, but I don't want to promise things I can't deliver. So, anyways, you guys let me know what you think. If you've seen that video by Tupac, which one is it? It was released postpartumly after he passed away. What was that? It was Machiavelli, was it? Or I forget what it was, exact track. But at the end of it, it's a buddy. It's that guy. Is it that guy from the other video? But it's a guy, and basically his main homie was Tupac. And he saw him get gunned down. And he's in jail now because he was falsely whatever. So he tells the old head in there with him in the cell, he goes, man, they got my buddy. They murdered my buddy. I'm so helpless. I'm here in the cell. I was framed. They claim saying I'm, framed him for whatever. And the old head tells him, don't worry, brother. Revenge has a weird way of, or what does he say? Life has a weird way of giving you revenge or something like that. So it just feels like, it's a hole, an empty hole, and you could definitely tell Puff Diddler tried to fill that hole, the Tupac hole that wasn't there. Should have been here, he should have been alive this whole time, and he should, like I told you, he should have had everything that Puff Daddy had, but he didn't. He passed away. So you got snakes in the grass like P. Diddy out here, who will do anything to anyone and any to get some, to be rich and famous or whatever. And it's just not right. So, but it took, it's been how long since Pac passed away? Almost 30 years. And, rest in peace. Anyways, guys, if you're wondering who tried to stifle my career, combination of P. Diddler and Kenny West. So if you ever come at me and you're like, hey, cross-eyed, hey, is Kanye on our side? Yeah, because that's what happens when you're on our side. You're actually not a shill, scumbag, sellout. Is because you be making $1 million, not $1 billion. You marry a Kardashian. Just think about it. Why don't you think a list of things Kanye has done, and think about, is he with us or is he with them? I wonder. What do you got? What do you got? Everything. If Kanye was on with us, he would have everything me and you got. What's the best thing you got? You own a fucking what do they call it? Dodge Charger out in the driveway. Big plasma TV. Guess what? Pete Diddler and all those other scummy, they're laughing at that. That's not. So they're not Kanye. None of them. They're not with us. They don't have the same stuff we got. Okay, dipshit. I just get mad at people like, Kanye's speaking out. What are you talking about? He's the most brainwashed one. That's what happens when you're in Hollywood long enough and you're with a white girl and you have kids and all you see is white and blah, blah. You start hating your own brown, black skin. Okay? You start thinking, you start repeating Hitler rhetoric. Okay? So don't come... Ooh, it gets me mad. But anyways, I hate to end this one on negative vibes, but that's just what I was feeling. I apologize, guys. But let me know what you think is really what matters. All right? I love you guys so much, and we're going to say goodnight. I love you. We'll be back soon, though, okay? Don't cry. No, don't cry. We'll be back. Okay, I was trying to do it exactly on 1:30:30. It passed, guys. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to do it on 1:30, our 1:30:00. Now we're going to do it on 1:30:30. Okay. You don't care? Okay. I love you guys, though. And please, be safe out there. It's a crazy world. And remember, if you're wondering if there's good out there, you're out there. So there's good.